Same thing with the vocals, and then I would have sent them through the spring.
How I last so long and not give up.
Hey, Andy Pickering here. On today's video, I'm going to be showing you what I've been up to with some remixes that I've been doing. So back in 2014, really getting into my groove, and I was in the most prolific streak, as I call it. If I ever talk to anyone about songwriting, I'll say, 2013, 2014, I just couldn't stop writing. So I made this album called When Today's History. You can hear it. I'll show you an example of the song that we're going to do now.
For everyone after, why can't you see the right time, honey? Is our time, not just for me.
The song is called It's a Mystery. One of 4 songs that I'm doing for this new EP. Now what I don't like about them and why I'm remixing them is they have programmed drums on them. Now I got really into at the time this program called Abbey Road 60s Drummer for the Contact player in Cubase. It's a fantastic program. You know, it's all proper sampled drums, 60s drum loops, incredible for someone like me. And I was having such a great time really, you know, getting these incredible drum parts and then whacking them down on the tunes for the 4-track. So, you know, even I've done real drums at home and borrowed real drums and you know, recorded them all myself, and it's a day's work just to get a drum track down. Now all of a sudden you got this technology where you can get a great sounding drum track down. I can just pop that onto the 4-track and overdub over it, and I still do that occasionally now. But anyway, these songs, I just listen to them and I go, I kind of want to get them back to the bare bone, naked, strip out the sort of that layer of the production. It's not like if they'd got real drums on them and I'd done it live in a real studio, I would 100% not want to do anything with it. But I wanted to get it back to that percussive, you know, really heavy acoustic guitar driven kind of tune. So I revisited the session that I'd got on a hard drive, pulled it up, listened to all the individual parts, and then, you know, there's 3 other songs as well that I'm going to be doing in this EP, and I was listening to them and just thinking to myself like, that's a really nice piano part, that's a really nice guitar part, and I've got these programmed drums pushed really up loud in the mixes, and you know, the album's released, it's out there, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, but just for me, I was like, okay, so I'm going to pull the session up, and now I've got all this new analog gear. What I'm going to do is get it from the original sessions. So the original sessions were finished in the box, mixed out the box. I mean, I've always had such a hybrid setup. I'll explain a bit about that in a minute. But anyway, so they all end up in the box. And what I wanted to do is send the stems through my new Analogue Outboard and mix onto tape and take out the drums. That was kind of like the project. And I've done that for 4 songs now. And I will talk through it now. So let's go. And the song, It's a Mystery. I have never dug this tape out for, how many years ago is that? 8? And see what we've got on here. Basically we've got the guitars here, which are either double tracked or it's my acoustic and then my Gibson plugged into an amp, also mic'd up acoustically. I don't know why I would have put those on separate tracks, so it makes me think it could be double tracked. And then we've got the drums, which were fake drums, but always made to sound a little bit more real. when you record them onto the tape. And then that's got a bass on it as well. It would have been 4 tracks into my computer, and then that's the song, that's the finished song that was on the album mixed. I used to throw it into the computer, get all my edits, you know, get it all edited and with all the plugins and stuff like that, and then I used to send it out back through this mixer, because I had a big enough interface to do separate channels. I think I had an 8-track interface at that time. And then here's the session. And what I did was, so the point of all of this was initially to take the drums out. But the problem is remember what I've just shown you on the 4-track, is the drums and the bass are on the same track, so I didn't have a bass. And I went into the session, and there was no way of freeing up that bass. So luckily, my bass player, Will Harrison, we did this remotely. I sent him the tune without a bass, and we used to play this live in the band, so he sent a great little bass line over. Okay, so then what did I do? So the guitar track, those 2 guitars were mixed down there. And they would have been sent through this effects. So I would have compressed them with this. It sounds like I've added a teeny bit of spring reverb, and then I would have equalized it with this and recorded it back into the computer. And things like vocals. You call out only for me. Same thing with the vocals, and then I would have sent them through the spring. How I last so long and not give up hope. It's a mystery. And yeah, got the original session, re-recorded pretty much everything that I wanted through this Outboard, re-recorded it back into here, and then I added some hand claps, and then then it's just brought the song into a completely different level. So then I put it through this mixing desk, because it's got some transformers, and it's going to give it a bit of oomph, and then I send it onto the tape, and I've already recorded it. You said everything changes down on your knees. I fall for everyone after. Why can't you see the right time, honey? It's our time, not just for me. A lot of my music is littered with those programmed drums, and sometimes it works really well. And when I was in my first year of using that, more was more. I was putting in the programmed drums right up here in the mix, and they'd got all these fills, and they are incredible, don't get me wrong. And if you record them down to tape, especially using the pitch control, pitch them down a little bit, you can, they are real drum loops played by a real person, but I don't know. Not for me. Put the percussion and the guitars up, and that's kind of what I'm doing here. Having said that, less is more with them. I've done tunes where I just have one drum loop for the entire song, pretty much. Doesn't even really change, but I have it low in the mix. It really holds it together. But it's not going, hey, I'm programmed drums, how are you doing? I don't like that. And that's what these tracks, to me, the ones that I'm changing, because I feel that the songs are some of the best that I've ever written, and I just want an alternative version of them, and all together on a little EP. Andy Pickering naked, maybe. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. Links below to my music. If you've not subscribed yet, get that subscription done. Everyone on YouTube saying give a thumbs up and hit that notification bell and all that crap. It's all new to me, but see you later.